This tutorial will be an overview of the concept of verb conjugations in Latin. As you're learning basic Latin, you discover that a T at the end of the verb is the third person singular ending in the present tense. And yet, the verb ambulat, walks, has an A before that T. Videt, sees, has an E, and audit, hears, has an I. And the reason for these different vowels is that Latin has 5 distinct what we call conjugations of the verb. Now, each of these conjugations has its own separate tutorial where you can master how to create the various tenses of that conjugation. But in this overview, let's at least talk about how to recognize which conjugation a verb is from the 4 principal parts. Number 1, you're going to want to find the infinitive of the verb. As you look the verb up in the dictionary, you find these 4 principal parts. Always look first at the second item if you're looking for the infinitive. If you discover that the final 3 letters of that infinitive is long ARE, you have a first conjugation verb on your hands. If the final 3 letters of the infinitive are long ERE, you have a second conjugation verb. Now, do double check whether there is a long mark over the E, because third and third IO have a short E, and that's the only way to know the difference between second and third IO. So long ERE, second conjugation. Next, if the infinitive of your verb has ERE as the final 3 letters of the infinitive, and it's a short E, what you'll need to do is look now at the first principal part just to double check. If it's an O and not an IO, you have a third conjugation verb. Next, if you look at your infinitive and it is a short ERE, you learned that that means it's third conjugation. But if the first principal part ends in IO, you have what we call third IO conjugation. So again, to repeat, the difference between third conjugation and third IO conjugation. They have infinitives that look the same, short ERE. But IO will end IO in the present tense form that you have as the first principal part. If it's not IO, just an O, you have regular third conjugation. Finally, if your infinitive ends long IRE, you have a fourth conjugation verb.